that there were several different characteristics to your paint. We're going to get to those materials in a while. Let's not touch them right now, so let's put them down. There are several different characteristics to the paint that helped you figure out that I basically played around with some paint. Or I didn't play around with some Kool-Aid, I played around with some paint. And someone said that you could tell it was paint because it was thicker, right? Something, a fancy word that scientists use to describe thickness is viscosity. Can we say that together? Viscosity. Can we say it louder? Viscosity. Excellent. Viscosity means the same thing as thickness. So you guys all have little bags on your table. As a group, open up the bag and inside you should find a little cheat sheet. Oh, I have a bag. Alright, inside your bags you should have a little cheat sheet for everyone. And on that cheat sheet, may or may not be I read water bottle. Alright, in every single one of your packets, everyone should get a cheat sheet like this. You're going to pass one, pass it on. We just learned a couple things. So blood brings what two things to the body?
Oxygen and nutrients.
And you fill that in. Fill it in on your cheat sheet. This cheat sheet is going to help you as you go through the end of the week. So really keep it to you. So it brings oxygen and nutrients, right, to your body parts. And what do you exhale out? When you breathe in carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, excellent. You guys are using high school vocabulary. Fantastic. You guys are brilliant. Alright, and I said that viscosity means the same thing as something else. Someone raise their hand and tell me what viscosity is. Thickness. So the thickness of material. On your desk, you have several liquids. I want you to focus on the brown liquid. Someone tell me what color they are. Someone raise their hand and tell me what color the two liquids are. Yes. They're brown, right? Do they look around the same color?
No. A
little bit. They're pretty similar in color. In your bag, I gave you 2 extra cups. With your classmates, I want you to play. Don't mix the liquids, but I want you to try pouring them into the clean cups. With your teammates, make sure everyone gets a chance to touch both the liquids. Do not drink the liquids. They're yucky tasting. You do not want to drink them. You can smell them. It's okay. But I want you to tell me, even though the color is the same, someone tell me an observation. What's different about that? Yes.
Can I tell you what they are?
Oh, no, you can't say what they are. Pour it into a clean cup. Don't mix them. So what is the key difference between the two? Even though they're the same color and they smell different.
That molested me.
Alright. Desha, tell me
About higher viscosity, right?
Yeah. Yo. Alright, Desha, tell the group the difference between these two liquids.
This one has thicker, so it has viscosity.
It has viscosity. It is thicker, right? So that's one way. If it's thicker, it's viscosity, right? So that's a difference. That's something very important. And so when I was talking about the difference between Gatorade and paint, is paint more viscous than water? Someone raise their hand and tell me the answer. Yes. It has more viscosity. Do you think blood is more viscous than this thin one?
Yep.
Yes. The thin one. Yes, it is. But do you think it's more viscous than the thick one?
No.
Okay, so you can kind of guess that blood is in between, right? Yes. So viscosity, they rank it from a number scale, 1 through, I don't know what the larger number is, but 1 is the lowest. 1 is like water, right? So you guys have all drinking water. You know how thin it is. If you pour it out, it's not very thick, right? But blood is thicker than that. So blood is about 3 or 4. It's not too thick, but it's definitely thick. Okay, so viscosity. viscosity is an important one. Someone tell me again, what is viscosity the same as? Someone has not raised their hand yet. Maddie.
The
Thickness. Excellent. Okay, after viscosity. Okay, I have another activity. So we know that we can tell the difference between like blood and like Gatorade at crime scene. What about the shape, right? If you look at your sheets, there are very specific shapes that spilled paint makes, right? Part of that reason has to do with surface tension. I want your groups to stand up and you're going to form a line and link elbows like Red Rover. So your groups are going to stand up and link elbows like Red Rover. And your counselors are not going to be part of this group. Link arms real tight. Real tight. You're going to stick together like your BFFs. Stick together. No, in your groups, in your groups, in your groups. Yeah, in your groups. All right. You guys are pretending to be molecules, just like this liquid right here is super thick. You can see how thick it is. If I was to dump this on the floor, not only would maintenance be really mad at me, but you'd see that it formed really large drops, right? Because it's so thick. The reason why it formed drops, if I dropped some water, does water ever look like a flat sheet of paper as it falls to the ground? No. No, it's flat. It forms drops, right? The reason why it forms drops is because water molecules, the smallest piece of water you can possibly get, are cohesive. They like to stick together, just like you guys are sticking together now. Can you all yell, "We are cohesive"? We are cohesive. Can we hear, "We are cohesive" one more time? We are cohesive. Because you guys are stuck together, you guys are so stuck together, you guys are called cohesive. That's why water forms drops. You'll see on the surface of water, it'll form like a tight bond, right? So your counselors are going to pretend to be a paperclip. Can your counselor stand in front of you? All right. Now,
They need one.
you're going to lay flat, and you're going to go here, and you're going to slide along the front. Pretend that you're a cup of water and you're a surface of the water. You guys are stuck so tight together. If I'm like this, I can't really make it through. I just kind of float on the surface, okay? Can all the counselors float on the surface? Oh, you guys are so cohesive that you can't really go through. Oh, okay. All right, how about this? Let's say I took a toothpick, and instead of going flat on the surface, I decided to go this way. Can you guys make it through the little spaces? Yes, they can. In this case, they can. She can. Okay. All right, everyone sit back down. Everyone sit back down. On your table, you have a giant clear glass of water, and there should be a toothpick. What we just talked about, we know how, okay, so when we're sticking together, when we're stuck together, what's a word for being stuck together? Someone raise their hand and tell me. Cohesive. Cohesive. So if we're cohesive,